Well, hey everybody, welcome to Rooted in Progress. Come on into the Stream Center. It's your host, Deanne King for Terrence Middlebrooks.
Yes.
We've made it to another Thursday,
We're back.
friend.
We are back.
And it's time to get rooted, right?
How you doing? Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. I mean, I'm happy to be here at this very
right
moment
now.
in
Right
my
here. Right here,
current
right
life.
now. Right. Same here.
I need a little Rooted in Progress.
It's not bad. It's not bad morning for a Monday, right?
It's not a Monday.
I'm just saying, like the way the morning has gone, it feels like.
Oh,
a
it
Monday.
does. It
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
does. But this is going to clear everything
Yes.
away. I am super excited. And I think a lot of folks have been seeing some responses as well. Excited to hear from the one, the only Miss Maritza McClendon. We appreciate you joining us live in studio. Tampa native, Olympian. You are history.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You are
so
history.
much.
So we're going to give you your flowers here on Rooted in
Making my cheeks
Progress.
hurt already.
How
Melissa,
you doing
thank you for joining
today?
us.
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
I'm doing good. I've been, I'm like you said, I'm from Tampa, and
Mhm.
it's still having to get used to this humidity. I know I'm in
What?
Atlanta right now, but it's different. I walk out and my sunglasses get all foggy and stuff.
Yeah,
I'm like, man,
yeah.
I don't know if I missed this.
It is an honor to be here, that you're here joining us. And I'm looking at your necklace,
Yes.
and your necklace is the Olympic
Olympic
rings.
The rings.
Yeah, we
And
have an
my
Olympian in the
tattoo, too.
building.
Ah.
Yeah.
Is she our first Olympian on the show?
No. Remember we had the young lady.
Oh, you're
who
right.
zoomed
Yikes.
in
Okay, we're just
from-
gonna forget that ever
Yeah,
even
no,
happened.
yeah.
We're just gonna forget.
She's our first medalist on the show.
There we go.
Yeah.
But most importantly, tell the folks why you're here in town in Tampa right now.
So we're here this week with Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated, which
Okay.
I'm blessed to be a part of. And we have our biannual conference going on. So we get to give back to the community. We have community service going on. We, of course, get to enjoy the city. And we also are just talking business about the sorority for the next couple of years. So it's been an amazing week already. I got here on Tuesday, and we've had a clinic. We've done some volunteer opportunities. We've gotten some great, beautiful gear. I did some shopping, and just really started to enjoy the city. It's great to be back.
Yeah, driving through
Yes.
downtown, that's all I've seen.
Oh,
You
yes.
guys, the colors
We are
have
painting the
flooded.
streets blue
Yes.
and gold.
Yes. So-
You better watch out.
Yes, y'all are. For those who don't know, Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated, a part of the Divine Nine, the National Panhellenic, a historic Black Greek organization. And so happy to have y'all here in Tampa. For people who don't know, the city of Tampa is actually, this is like a historic last 2 to 3 years, because we've had like 7 of 9 of the Divine Nine here hosting some kind of either regional or national conference. So it's like 5,000 of y'all here.
Yes.
It's a lot of y'all.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Currently here.
There are a lot. So if you haven't seen us, you are not in the right place.
Oh, wow, look at
Exactly.
that.
We are
Exactly.
everywhere. We are
Exactly.
So how are you guys enjoying the city?
It's been good. It's
Yes.
been really good. The city's been so welcoming. We have done so much already, and it's only been a couple of days. So,
Nice.
yeah,
Nice.
it's
I
been
love
fun.
it.
Well,
Well,
we're
let's
glad to have
jump
you here.
into you.
Absolutely.
You're back home.
Yes.
You're back home. What was it like? What area did you grow up in? What school, what high school did you graduate from? Because you're not new to this, you're true to this.
Yes, that's right. So my family moved here from Puerto Rico when I was about 9 years old, and I grew up in Brandon, Florida.
Okay.
So shout out to Brandon,
Yes.
Rico area. And I actually went to Tampa Bay High School, Tampa Bay Tech High School. So also shout out to them, because I believe we have a reunion coming up soon. I'm
Okay.
heading out of town before it happened. I didn't hear about it till the last minute, but yeah, it feels good to be back in town.
Of course.
And it's not, being a swimmer,
Yes.
it's not really known for African Americans. Tell us how you got into that.
Yeah. So when I was about 6 years old, I was diagnosed with scoliosis.
Wow.
So
Mm.
curvature of the spine, my back was about 25 degrees off center. Doctor said, I'm probably going to have surgery.
Wow.
And of course, my mom looked at the doctor and was like, absolutely not. Like, what other options do we have? So the doctor actually recommended swimming to my mom, and she said, okay, let's go ahead and try it. She doesn't know how to swim, so I had no idea. Like, I love the water, but I had no idea how to swim. So it was really about getting into the basic water safety skills, which is what I get to teach now, and just learning how to go from one end of the pool to the other. And I will tell you, our instructor, after he taught us how to swim, he's like, let me introduce you to the sport of swimming. So he said, grab your friends. We did a relay. I'll tell you a quick funny story.
Yeah.
We did a relay, grabbed my friends, and I was like, okay, we can win this. And they're like, yeah, absolutely. We're 6, 7 years old, of course. Yeah, we're going crazy. And then, so the first girl went in. She did great. We were leading. Then a second girl went in. We were still leading. I went third. We were still winning. So I was super pumped up. And then the girl who's supposed to go last was terrified, and she did not go. So she was crying on the edge of the pool, like, I don't want to go. And I just remember being like, okay, I want to win this. So what do I do? Quick thinking, Maritza, I hop
Girl,
out
you
the
better
pool.
get your tail in that pool.
Right.
Right. That's exactly what I went in, and I got out and pushed her in the water.
Oh, you pushed her in the water.
I did. I was like,
You
we
didn't get in the
gotta-
water.
I was like, we gotta go. So of course my mom was like, oh my goodness, she has some competitive energy.
Wow.
We got to figure out what's next. And I told my mom the same thing. I was like, I love this stuff. Like, what is next?
Wow.
And she said, well, we can do a swim team. So that's how it all started. She found
Now,
me a
did
swim team.
Tampa Bay Tech have a swim team?
So
or-
Tampa Bay Tech High School did have a swim team,
Okay.
but I actually started swimming at Brandon Swim and Tennis Club in Brandon, Florida. So I swam under Olympic coach Peter Banks.
Okay.
And I swam with him throughout my entire career. So from the time he knew me from the time I was 9 years old, and it's crazy enough, he's retired now, but he lives in Atlanta. So
Really?
we are
Look at
back to being close
that.
to each other.
I love to hear this story, and it's one of those things where everybody has a story, and I could only imagine, especially for your mom and even you at an age, to hear a diagnosis like scoliosis, and then you look years later, and that very diagnosis is what led you to becoming an Olympian.
Yes.
What do you find in that story when you kind of look at it overall?
It's one of those things where everybody's story is different. The way you enter into a sport is going to be your unique story. And I think to me, it's great. I'm so grateful to be able to share that story, because I think it helps connect that to somebody else. So I've met so many other youth that have said, I have scoliosis, or a parent will come up to me and be like, my daughter has scoliosis. I had no idea about swimming. And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. Try swimming, because that is one of those sports that'll help you work on the flexibility of your back. And then to this day, nobody can tell that I've ever had scoliosis. So
Yeah, I
it
was gonna-
really helped kind of correct my back. I get a little back pain from time to time, but for the most part, I'm pretty straight and narrow and sitting up straight.
Wow. So
Yeah.
swimming cured your scoliosis.
For me, yes. Yeah. I got lucky. It wasn't just swimming, of course. I did my rehab and made sure I worked on my posture, but I would say swimming played a major role in the cure of my back, my scoliosis.
Now, you say you have kids. Did any of that transferred over to your kids, scoliosis or anything?
They did not.
Yeah.
No, they are both well.
Okay.
They thankfully very healthy. The only thing I did transfer was my asthma.
It's okay.
I know, I'm like,
It's okay. A little pump can't fix.
I
you
know. I will say, yeah, growing up, I anytime I got sick, I would have these issues with asthma. Like I have to go get my inhalers, and I've actually had to drop out of swim meets because the chlorine was just so strong.
Really?
And it was hurting my lungs. So my son, unfortunately, has a little bit of my asthma, but we're managing through it. He knows, like, I've been through it. So I'm kind of like, okay, you got to make sure you bring your inhaler and be prepared. And so we know how to kind of manage it right now.
At what point do you go from pushing teammates into the pool because you want to win a race at 6 years old to realizing you have what it takes to actually make the Olympic team and win a medal?
I'll tell you a couple of stories. So when I was 9 years old, first off, let me back it up. When I started swimming, I was in Puerto Rico. So there's a lot of kids, a lot of families that look just like me and mine. And so it felt like home. I moved to Tampa, Florida, and walked on a pool deck with a team of 150 kids. And me, my brother, and 2 other families were the only Black families part of that team. And I even look back at like my old team photos where there's like, probably 100 of us on bleachers, how we used to do like team photos. And it's literally me and my brother are the only ones.
Wow.
Because we are both pretty strong swimmers. So it was just a very different atmosphere. And I will say, like, even at 9 years old, I remember going to a swim meet, and there was a parent who I had just won a race. I had beat their child, and I walked past her, and she was like, go do some other sport. You don't belong here. And so I started hearing that right from the jump. Yeah. Never told anybody. I didn't tell my mom. I didn't tell my coaches. I kind of internalized it. Like, I wonder, like, to me, it was like, why did she say that?
What did that mean?
Like, I'm 9 years old. Like, what? I'm just out here trying to compete and do my best. So I just kind of had those instances happen throughout my entire career. But then it was when I was about 12 years old, there was something that clicked that was just like, okay, I actually have some talent in this sport. Like I went to a major competition for the year, and I ended up winning. And I also made my first, what we call our national junior team.
Mhm.
Okay.
So you can make that at usually most kids are like 14, 15, 16. I'm 12.
Wow.
I'm
Wow.
12 years
That
old
speaks to your
making
talent.
this time standard. So that was where I was like, my coach was like, okay, it might be time to start doing a little bit more practicing. And I had to do what we call doubles. So we swim in the morning before school, and then we swim after school if you're doing doubles. At that time, I was only doing singles. So he's like, let's do doubles. And I was like,
Oh.
that's some commitment right there. And then shortly after that, I remember watching the 96 Olympic Games. My coach was like, make sure you're watching the Olympic Games. And I was like, okay, absolutely. And I was just in awe.
Yeah.
Seeing those athletes on the podium and wearing these huge medals and just being the pride of representing Team USA was just, to me, awe-inspiring. And
Talk
I was
about-
like, that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your parents and just, how
Mhm.
they, stood by your side through the highs and lows of the sport.
So here's an interesting fact about me that you guys will learn. I will say my parents were supportive for sure.
Mhm.
And I talk about this when I talk to the youth is, I had a parent who was very supportive, but I also had a parent who's very challenging.
Mhm.
And that would be my dad. My parents are from Guyana. They were born and raised in Guyana, grandparents as well. And my dad was an athlete. My mom was also an athlete. My dad did crew. My mom did tennis. And so they knew the rigor that came with being part of sports. And my mom was always the one who was making sure that I got to practice on time. She'd wake me up in time, get me there. She'd make me lunch and all that sort of stuff. But then my dad, while he was very supportive of me competing and training, it was a different kind of thought process where it was like, if you're not winning, you're not doing good enough.
Oh, wow.
So anytime that
tough.
I didn't win a race, he was
Yeah.
just like, why? What happened? Did you not practice enough? Did you not do this? Did you not do that? It was always something that I did wrong. And unfortunately, that happened throughout my entire career, even showed up at its strongest
The Olympics?
at the Olympic trials.
Wow.
So in 2000, I tried out for the Olympic team in 2000. I had just gotten off. I just earned a full scholarship to University of Georgia. I won my first NCAA championship as a freshman, which I'm the second
Wow.
youngest athlete to ever win a NCAA championship in swimming.
Period. I know that's right.
And so we knew heading into trials, okay, this is going to be her year. She's going to make the team. And then I got there so nervous. I was like, where's my parents? Where's my coaches? Did I get my suit on right? Like all these things were flying through my head and I wasn't focused on my race. Unfortunately, got into my race. I went in seated 4th in my best event, which would have made the Olympic team. And I ended 34th.
Wow.
And of course, that's devastating for me personally. And of
Yeah.
course, everybody knew I'd been trying super hard to do this. And then my dad came around and said, you're an embarrassment to the family. I cannot believe I have to go tell my friends that you did not make the Olympic
Get
team.
out of here.
Wow.
And he handed me a plane ticket and sent me home. I had another race to swim at the
And you
time, and I
didn't.
did not swim it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
At that point,
That's tough.
was there a moment that you said, I'm done?
Oh, yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
do it. I'm not going to no longer do this?
My dad was always tough on me. So even in high school,
Yeah.
I had a couple of moments like that. But I think after that, when he said that to me, I was like, this is it. Like, I don't even want to continue. This is just too much pressure. The media also came down on me for not making the team. So there was like that double whammy. And then, of course, myself, right? So the perfect storm of all these things, all these negative thoughts. And then I said, I'm just going to hang up my suit, cap, and goggles. And that was going to be it. And then, of course, I had my village that came around me, my mom, my current swim coaches at Georgia, my teammates at University of Georgia. And they said, you're meant to be a swimmer, an amazing swimmer. You're meant to be an Olympian. Get back in that water and do it. And I think it was because of that thought process of them like telling me like, no, you have more to do. Don't give up right now. I got back in the water and 4 years later made the Olympic team.
Real quick before we go to break,
Period.
was there a balance though? Was there a balance of mom's love and support also with dad's hardness? Was there ever that balance that, with dad's toughness, it kept you going? With dad's toughness, the positive side of that is that I'm more competitive now. I want to win. Was there ever that balance, or was it just one-sided?
I try to look at it from the stuff that I went through with my dad made me a stronger person. It really did. But I don't think that happens for everybody.
Yeah.
So to me, I feel like I almost got lucky that I was able to continue to rise above. It's almost like my dreams kind of, the light never went out on my dream. So I was able to, even if it was like flickering a little bit, I was still able to see it. And that's what kept me going. But I don't know if there was necessarily a balance, because my dad was really, really hard on me. I spent a majority of my childhood, unfortunately, crying in my room.
Wow.
So that was really tough. And then I didn't tell anybody.
Yeah.
My friends didn't know about it. My coaches didn't know about it. So I internalized so much. And that's something I talk about. Like, I don't recommend that for anybody. I think people really need to be able to voice how they're feeling and get that village that's going to help support them through the tough times.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the amazing work that you're doing now in the community. But after this break, we're going to go back to 2004 when she not only made the Olympic team, but also won a medal. We'll be right back. Well, welcome back to Rooted in Progress, y'all. We are live right now with Tampa native Olympian, a phenomenal woman, honestly, Miss Maritza McClendon. We have been talking about your journey that wasn't an easy one on your road to the Olympics. 2004, you go to the Olympic trials, the trials were in, would that have been in 03?
No, so our
It would have
trials
been in 04?
In 04,
Okay.
yes, in Long Beach.
So what happened? What happened at the trials that then got you onto the Olympic team?
Yeah, I still remember like every little detail about Olympic trials. So I remember heading into 2000 trials. I was very nervous. I was a nervous wreck, didn't know what to expect. Now I was more prepared. I felt a lot more confident. I was like, okay, I know my lane. I know my races. I know I put in the work. So heading into every single race, I took it race by race. So for swimming, to make the Olympic team, you had to get top 2 in the country or in your race. And then for the races that have relays, where we have the 4x100 free relay, or the 4x200 free relay, top 6 make it.
Okay.
So the races that I did, I had to get top 4. That was like my goals, to get top 4. I could make it with top 6, but I wanted to get top 4.
Okay.
So I just remember I was like, okay, I got to get through prelims, I got to get through semifinals, and then I got to get through finals. So every time it was like, make sure you get a lane, make sure you get a lane. And I did. And I just remember going out for that final to make the Olympic team. I got up behind my block and bent over, touched my toes, told myself to do my best, hopped up. And I just remember hearing the buzzer go off, and I just took off, swam my race. I wasn't worried about where anybody else was in that race. I was like, I got to get my hand on that wall. Did my flip turn, got my hand on the wall at the end. I literally put my head down and got my hand on that wall. And I just remember touching the wall and looking back at the scoreboard and seeing a 4th place next to my name. And I was just like, beyond ecstatic. I think all the the trauma of what I went through with my dad before, all the hard work, all the morning practices of getting up at 4:30 in the morning to hop into a cold pool at 5. It was like, oh my gosh, we finally made it happen. And then the next thing I did was I skipped down the pool deck. I skipped a 50-meter just over to my friends and my coaches, and I gave them the biggest hug. Like, I literally jumped into my coach's hands, because he's the reason I became an Olympian. It was his hard work that helped me get to where I got to, and it was just a phenomenal experience. But I'll tell you really quick, after that race, we of course do some interviews afterwards. And the very first question that the reporter asked me was, you've made history, how does it feel? And I said, I've dreamt of this moment for a really long time, and I'm so proud to be the first, but I don't want to be the last.
That part.
So there was more to, I wanted to be an Olympian, but now what's next? The next job that I need to get going was right around the corner.
Who were your idol or mentors growing up? Maybe even who did you idolize growing up in this sport?
My biggest idol is Muhammad Ali.
Okay.
I will tell you, throughout my entire career, I had a tough time with confidence. So feeling like I could be the best athlete in the world was hard to envision for myself. That's why I had a lot of great people. My coach was one of my strongest supporters, but I loved watching Muhammad Ali because he had the confidence that I always wanted to exude. And so he just basically kept it very, he didn't let anybody tell him he couldn't be the best boxer in the world. And so I tried to kind of emulate that, and that was what I took with me as I raced. And actually, even so much in 2004, when I made the team, we went to our training center in Stanford before we headed over to the Olympics. Muhammad Ali was actually doing an interview.
No way.
He was doing an interview in the area, and he came by the pool. And I heard he was around. So, of course, my little sneaky self, I hopped out of the pool. I was like, I know Muhammad Ali's around here somewhere. Lo and behold, I ran across him and he opened his arms out to me and he said, he didn't say anything at the time. He wasn't speaking, he was nonverbal, but he gave me the biggest hug.
It's amazing.
And it was like one of those moments where like I got to meet my idol that I looked up to for so long, and such a great experience. I have pictures of that I have framed, and people know he's my favorite. I've gotten some memorabilia from Muhammad, and it's I love him so much. I think he's such a fantastic athlete.
Well, look, we're going to take a look at your medals also and talk about some of the work that you're doing across the country with the next generation of swimmers. We'll be right back after this quick break. All right, welcome back to Rooted in Progress. We are talking with the Olympian herself, Maritza McClendon, who had made history 2004, the first Afro-Latina, the first woman of color to make the U.S. swimming Olympic team. And then you won a medal, and you have those medals. So show us what do we have here.
So this is my Olympic medal right here.
Wow.
So it is my pride and joy.
Yeah.
And I'll actually hand it over to you if you want to see it.
No, put the camera on me.
Wait.
Oh, wow. It's
So
heavy.
it has a little bit of weight to it.
This is
It's real
heavy.
silver.
Wow.
So that's actually, if you look at the front of it, it's the original Olympic Stadium. So the Olympics started in 1896 in Greece, Athens, Greece, which is when I went to in 2004. And it's the original Olympic Stadium with a Greek goddess coming through,
Wow.
Greek goddess of victory, Athena. So, and then on the back, we have ancient Greek. It's the Olympic oath in ancient Greek. And this is my pride and joy. So I take this. Honestly, everybody's like, where do you keep your medal? I'm like, I actually keep it in my sock drawer because every time I travel and go do clinics, I literally want the kids to see it. Like I want this to be a piece of motivation, right? They can hear me say I'm an Olympian all day, every day, and they're like, "But show me, really show me how are you an Olympian?" Yeah, I'm like, ugh. So they grab this medal, and of course they're like, "Oh my gosh, it's got some weight to it." And then I brought a couple others.
Yeah.
So
Wow, they sound heavy too.
So these are World Championship medals. Let me see if I can get that. There we go. World Championship medals as well as a World University Games medal. So I have 13 international medals. So I competed representing Team USA and I got 13 of these total. And then I will say in college, same thing. I have 11 NCAA titles.
Still.
Yeah. Well, no. When we win, it's considered a title. So somebody could come back the next year and get their own title. But I got 11 titles on my own, and I'm a 27-time All-American.
Wow.
And the only swimmer, male or female, to win a college conference title in every single freestyle event. So the 50 free, 100 free, 200 free, 500, and the mile, which is like a sprint runner doing like someone doing the 100 as well as the mile in track. Yeah.
And think about this. All this came from a diagnosis of
scoliosis.
Isn't that crazy?
And at the age of 6.
Yeah.
So God is good, isn't he?
God is very
So
good.
good.
Yes.
So,
You spend a lot of your time, as you've mentioned, pouring back into the next generation. What does that look like for you when you're hosting these swim clinics?
For me, it's really making sure that I'm connecting directly with every person that I come in contact with. I think it's really important to share my story, to share the good, the bad, the ugly, and help them see what's possible. I did retire. I made the team in 2004, retired in 2008 due to double shoulder surgery. You guys can probably see my scars here.
Okay.
But to me, going back into the community and making sure that, the journey still, very few of us are still on the pool deck, but we're making progress. But at the end of the day, before I could become an Olympian, I had to learn how to swim. And unfortunately, 64% of Black kids don't know how to swim. 40% of Hispanic children don't know how to swim. And then 1 in 3 Black adults say they have never had formal swim lessons.
Wow.
So the drowning statistics plague our communities higher than any other community out there. So this is the work that I absolutely love to do. And being able to get in the water, like I'm not just out on the pool deck, like telling them what to do. I'm in the water, like showing them and having fun. And we were so grateful to do a swim clinic here in Tampa, and we had the kids in the water laughing, having a great time, learning basic water safety skills, but also learning to see, what's possible once you learn how to swim. They got CPR instruction. They got to learn about lifeguarding. They got exposure to so many things that we hope that once they learn how to swim, they can, the world is their oyster, as they would say.
What does that representation mean to you? And we'll close on this because when you become the first, that's heavy.
Yeah.
You know, like it's amazing and it's exciting, right? But you were and are the representation for people who look like us then and still today. And then you're also that representation for the future generation and the next generation, right? When you're doing these swim clinics. So what does that mean to you?
You know, I will say I swam. Swimming is a predominantly white sport. So when I made the team, it was like, oh, she did a great job. You know, it wasn't, to me, it wasn't celebrated. I will say I came back from the Olympics and there was no
Nothing.
no parade, no excitement that I had come back and brought a medal, that I had broken a barrier.
Tampa, y'all need to give up a parade. Today.
I didn't say it.
Today.
So that, I think when I came back from that, it was kind of like, you know, like maybe I didn't do that big of a deal. But then that's where my sorors from Sigma Gamma Rho sorority come in, because the minute that I met them in 2012, they literally were like, do you know what you have done, what you have accomplished, who you are, and who you mean to everybody else? And I was like, no, you know, and everybody's like, no, let me show you. And literally I would meet women and they would tell me, you know, because of me, they are swimming, or because of me, their child is now swimming, or they have reached out to their family members to make sure their entire family learns how to swim. So it is heavy for sure. There's been moments that have been super tough, as I shared earlier, with, you know, people telling me I don't belong on the pool deck. But it's also one of those things where I feel strong enough to step into that space to take whatever you want to come at me with, whether it's positive, whether it's negative. It's okay. I know who I am, what I've done, and what I've accomplished, and I'm so proud of myself for doing that. And I'm going to continue to share that story.
What an inspiring story. A good friend of mine, Bernard Davis, his daughter Addie, they live in Franklin, Tennessee, and she's a swimmer. And Addie's always typically the only one that looks like her.
Yep.
So we'll definitely connect you guys for sure.
That would be wonderful.
But what an inspiring story.
Yes. How can people follow you and then also maybe find out about some of the swim clinics that you're doing across the country, whether it be in Atlanta, here in Tampa?
Yeah, please follow me on Instagram at Ritzy Swims, or you can go to my website, MaritzaMcClendon.com. And actually, really quick, I just launched a new nonprofit. So there will be lots more coming out. It's called Ready, Set, Swim. And haven't gotten all the details for that yet, but check out my website. I'm sure I will add some more stuff there, but that's really around, it's going to be how do we uplift and continue to break down barriers around Learn to Swim, especially for the Black and Brown communities, by creating Learn to Swim kits. So we will offer
we'll have you back
essentially
for that.
a boxing situation, and we'll talk about having, you know, swimsuits, cap goggles, hair care, skin care, and feminine care.
Speaking of which, Deanne, can you swim?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. My mom put me in lessons very young.
That's good.
Does your mom know how to swim?
Probably not.
Yeah.
No, she doesn't actually. Yeah, my mom doesn't know how to swim. But I want to say my sister does as well. Not too sure. We have a 10-year age gap. But yeah, she put me in lessons very young.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been swimming, little fish.
I grew up
but now I care about the hair.
Yeah. Well, that's the hair. Yeah.
Terrence, what about you? You know
I
how
can
to
swim. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We grew up in the country.
But did you have formal lessons?
I did not have formal lessons. But
you jumped in the pool and figured it out for yourself?
We didn't have a pool. We you know, we come where I
No,
come
I'm saying
from,
you
we don't
jumped
have
in a pool.
We
and
jumped in
figured-
the creek.
You jumped in the creek.
Yeah.
That's far worse than a pool. You can't see the bottom.
Oh, my goodness.
So we used to swim down there every summer. So yeah, I can swim.
Okay, good.
Well,
Yeah.
Maritza,
Yeah.
we appreciate
Absolutely.
you sharing your story, being vulnerable, but also being a source of inspiration.
Thank you.
And taking some time out from Boulay and from your convention to hang with us at Rooted in Progress. So we're going to have you back for Ready,
Awesome.
Set, Swim.
For sure.
We're going to
I can't
talk about
wait.
that.
I would love
Okay.
to.
All
Absolutely.
right.
Thank you.
Well, y'all, thanks for hanging with us on Rooted today. This episode is available on all streaming platforms. So are all of our other episodes. But then, of course, we're live every Thursday at 9:30 in the morning. Y'all go do something out there and be an inspiration to the next generation. Stay rooted.
Stay rooted, folks.